Oh yeah, it's live. It's it's been a while since I last streamed. Apparently, approximately, precisely 14 days, 2 weeks. Well, almost considered not streaming. For no particular reason. I don't know. Seemed easier not to do it. Um, but no, the first week I was just sick. But the second week, yeah, whatever. Well, anyway, it turns out I would like to continue streaming. I missed it in a way. And the 2 weeks that I didn't stream, I don't think I wrote any zig, not a single line. So it was more of an incentive to continue. Anyway, I'm here now. I don't remember. Let me just build run. It's a build. I think it does. Yep. I do remember this. Okay. I think let's just get into it slowly. What I did decide is that I don't want to use this. I do want to figure out how to do font rendering. So, where did I print the text? Text draw. Yeah. This can go. So I should just be the one. Also, it'd be nice if I didn't have to like drag the window out every time. Okay, let's fix that. X11 window load the location. X. There we go. Destroy window, configure. There we go. Let's change the stacking order. Or restack windows. To raise the window so that no sibling window obscures it, use X raise window. Okay, let's try that. That should also be good. So I can just leave it running. Display and window. That's it. It's easy enough. Is there any specific order? Let's do it here. X raise window. Display window. I'm just gonna ignore the error for now. So now if I, no, but how do I keep it there? Door window restack. So you also circulate sub windows. Map window restack windows. What is map? Maps the window and all the sub windows that have had map requests. It's not obscured by another window. Function has no effect if the window is already mapped. This window and keep it there. Window and persist. Means visible, not obscured by even the other applications are focused. Underscore net active window. Let's have a look at the list. Create, destroy, map, unmap, configure, change the stacking order. To load a window to circulate. Lower the highest map child to reset a stack of window from the top to bottom. X11 window. Highest raise. I think that's what I need to know. Window always on top. I do get the other events. No. Make always on top. Okay, that's a lot of. I mean, it's X11 start position. Window start position. X move window. Let's have a look at that. Okay, seems easy enough. Let's try X move window. Let's do 500. Okay, there we go. Hang on. Okay, I just wanted to check. Probably too much. They okay, now I just need to move it to the right. and then raise it. Yeah, I think maybe a bit higher. Okay, I think that's good. At least. Right. I mean, it's a small thing, but I guess saves me having to move around the window. Okay, I think the next thing I want to do is have a look at the font rendering. I don't remember anything about the font. Think I don't need this anymore. Should still build. Yep. I think this could be like a fallback. Do I use this? Guess this could just be. Yeah, because I don't use the font. All right. Okay, I need to see how to set the font color. What happens if I make this like 50? And I don't know how the scale works either, as far as I remember. Okay, I think the next thing I want to do is get rid of this black things and set a font color. Make this 100. Prototype.zig. Glyph bitmap subpixel. What does that do? Get the good point. Add it to the list. Pixel 255 is opaque, 0 is transparent. Stored left to right, top to bottom. So does that mean that's how I set strobe type allocator pixels? Text buffer is empty. I don't get it. Append it to the list, to left, right, top to bottom. Text per 8 bits per pixel, 0 is transparent, 255 is opaque. What am I missing? Add it to the list. Mm. Say true type. I think it was this one. Mm-hmm. So that means I can maybe let me just print standard debug. A bit. So just print it as binary /t. Is text of hang on, I just realized why do I even use the text buffer? Okay, yeah. Let's do pixels of I j. Let me get rid of the logs for now. Yeah. What type is it? Okay, it's a single. So J. Does not support indexing. Why not? Type enum literal does not support indexing. Don't think that's it, but what am I doing wrong? It's been a while since I wrote any zig. Whoa. It's got a bit wild. How do I make sense of this? Okay, maybe I can just print it as X. This is way too fast. So I guess this is the black background. So what if I just didn't print any of those? If pixels of j times dimensions dot width plus I not equal 0. Okay, that was easy enough. Get rid of that. But still, I don't think I should get rid of all the black stuff. Because at the edges of each font, you sort of do need butted. goes out of bounds. Yeah. It's U32 though. Let's put maybe 16. Oh, no, that's not 16. Let's put 5. Just want to see what happens. Yeah, but it's not count time. Well, basically, I was trying to see if I could change the font color. Interesting. Just a blue. That should be green. Why is that white? That should be green. Why is that yellow? That's blue. RGB. Alright, so I think that should be green. Okay. Why is that blue? Well, I guess it's the same. That should be red. Yeah, it's too big. So, don't think I understand this very well. Yeah, but this is inverted. Probably why these are blue. There was a red. What's a red offset? So that's probably why it looks blue. Standard debug and pixels. Yep, that explains. Oh, I know. Okay, that was easy enough. just, just from black. And if I want this to be white, and this to be black. Why is that blue? Right. Okay, at least we're getting somewhere. P Q R S T X Y Z. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Index out of bounds. Because the size is too big. Make it show smaller for now. It crashes if the... Okay, I think I can fix that. Let's just leave the size as is. And... How can I put like a line break? So if offset Y, can I just do... Where's the window attribute? Game state, height offset, width offset. Game state. Okay, do I ever set it? It's the window height. Window. Pass it to render off-screen buffer. Should be here somewhere. Game memory. Game state. Because I do. Okay, buffer dot window height. There we go. Yeah. Type. What is this type? I16. Signed integer and must use. So this should be at mod. So it still goes out of bounds. Maybe I can just do J. Okay, hang on. Let me just leave that. I need to do it a bit more cleanly. But okay, But why does it look like italic? Why is it not straight? To handle buffer out of bounds. Is it because the font is that way? I am not sure. Okay, let me get rid of this debug messages. Right hand side value is the font color. Okay, now to figure out why it's leaning right. And remove that one. I still don't know. What's in the font file? Gibberish. Well, there must be a way to. Oh, my screen's frozen. Wonder how long that's been frozen for. Okay. Mic check. I'm pretty happy with that. It looks kind of cool. I never would have guessed it. The font rendering involved so much work. Oh, you have a really long name. Division Commander. Hey mate, how you doing? I just had an idea. Something silly. What if did or Monkey D. Luffy? What about it? Why is it trying to resolve comp time value? Cincinnati? Who it is? Hang on. I could just do J. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, sorry, I didn't stream for a long while. I think I do remember. Did you change? Did you change your name? Maybe. Yeah, I wasn't streaming for a couple of weeks. Why does that value need to be comp time known? It's quite baffling. Types must be comp time known. So maybe, oops, if I make it as U32 and cast J. What about now? Now you know the type. Operation is runtime due to this operand. Yes, but I want it to be runtime. But now you know the type. It's gonna be U32. Maybe in cast J, and then or meh. So now you know the type. Why are you doing this? I don't want it to be comp time known. Types must be comp time known. Yeah, it is a unsigned 32, isn't it? Forgot what it was before. I think it was pixels of. I think I still have it. Let's copy that. Okay. What if he left shifted 5? That looks ugly. Okay, let's just go back. Don't need that. Don't need that. Let's just order it by a fixed value. 10. See what happens. Goes out of bounds. Okay, just gonna leave it as is for now. Font rendering is getting better. Okay, and to do. Actually, I can do it now. Let's read about Zig time. There's something I'm missing. Zig places importance on the concept of whether an expression is known at compile time. There are a few different places this concept is used, and these building blocks are used to keep the language more readable and powerful. Introducing the compile time concept. Compile time parameters. Compile time parameters is how Zig implements generics. It is compile time duck typing. So max takes two variables, comptime t type, and then a and b. Give me the bigger float. So max f32 ab. Okay, makes sense. This is compile time known because you have the types right here. This I get. And Zig types are first-class citizens. They can be assigned to variables, pass as parameters to functions, and return the functions. I think I understand now why that didn't work. Let's try it again. For font color U32 is 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's start with white. Then this can be const for now. Doesn't matter. That works. because we know the type. Now if I make it a variable, then font color is equal to, I do that, J. Okay, that works as well. That'll be black. Makes sense? I say this was 0. Stays black. Well, it's 0, so you know what I was thinking. Still 0. Or just a dark color. X. Okay. I think I remember why that failed. Well, now it makes sense. Maybe I'd read a bit more. Parameters returned from functions, however, they can only be used in expressions which are known at compile time. In SIG, types are first-class citizens. They can be assigned to variables, passed as parameters to functions, and returned from functions. However, they can only be used in expressions which are compile time known, which is why the parameter t in the above snippet must be marked with comp time. Okay, so t has to be known at comp time. A comp time parameter means that at the call side, the value must be known at compile time, or it's a compile error. In the function definition, the value is known as compile. Value is known at compile time. For example, if you introduce another function to the above snippet, max t still comp time. Right, conditional bool result is max if condition. Okay, so this won't work because this expression is not known as not known at compile time. Well, this variable is not available at compile time. And this width. This is an error because the programmer attempted to pass a value known only at runtime to a function which expects a value known at compile time. Another way to get an error is if you pass a type that violates the type checker when the function is analyzed. another way to get an error if you pass a type that violates the type checker when the function is analyzed. This is what it means to have compile time duck typing. Why is it called duck typing? All right, because you can't compare well, yeah, the greater than doesn't apply to booleans. What is the error? Operator not allowed for booleans. Compile time, this means that we actually could make this work for the bool if we wanted to. Right. Interesting. Yeah, because this evaluation I thought would... This works because Zig implicitly inlines if expressions when the condition is known at compile time. And the compiler guarantees that it'll skip analysis of the branch not taken. This means that the actual function generated for max in this situation looks like A or B. Interesting. And we are left with the necessary runtime code. This works the same way for switch expressions. They are implicitly inlined when the target expression is compile time known. Interesting. Okay, I guess it's a good reminder. Forget about it. Alright, I think that's a good enough stream. Back after. There's a lot of cleanup to do. But we'll continue with the font rendering stuff. There's still a lot to do. Like, why it looks italic right now, so I'm not sure why. And then I want to be able to print multiple lines without getting an out of bounds error. Yeah, I think we'll continue with that and see where it goes. Yeah, I think I'm glad I streamed today. I almost didn't. I'm glad I did. Alright, it's good to be back. Alright, as always, thank you for hanging out, and I shall see you back here tomorrow.